In Movies and Money, Project Hail Mary is the biggest opening box office winner of the year. Let's bring in movie man Erik, Childress, founder of the Movie Madness podcast. Erik, are you bullish on this Amazon blockbuster?
Well, an $80 million opening weekend is a start in the right direction, but it still has a long way to go for Amazon to pull off a definitive box office winner here with a $200 million budget. Now, the good news is that with good reviews and likely good word of mouth, we should see this get itself over $200 million, possibly $250 million on the domestic side, maybe even higher. If it can match that overseas, Amazon could put one in the win column after unsuccessful releases this year, such as Mercy, Crime 101, and the Melania documentary. And Hail Mary is worth rooting for because it is a grand sci-fi adventure story with an emphasis on the science part and anchored with a performance that I think should at least be a conversation during next year's award season in Ryan Gosling. As much as everyone will love his alien companion Rocky, this is very much Gosling's film and he does terrific work as a self-effacing hero. It will have no problem leading the box office for an upcoming second weekend and will likely still be counting numbers for it even after the big summer season begins in May.
They Will Kill You is coming out this weekend. What else, Erik?
There are actually a lot of movies coming out this week, just not so many in theaters. Now, Warner Brothers' release of They Will Kill You is the big one this week, as it stars Zazie Beetz as a woman who tried to make enough to reunite with a sister she abandoned a decade prior. Now, she takes a job at a big hotel that, like last week's Ready or Not 2, is home to a group whose deal with the devil have rendered them immortal. The specifics as to why are completely forgettable, as the film wants you to focus on the various action scenes where Beetz takes them all on in spectacularly bloody ways. And some of it is fun, particularly the first confrontation as heads are lopped off and bodies are split in half, only to reformulate like the T-1000. As it has been described pretty dead on as if Sam Raimi had made Kill Bill, They Will Kill You is fun in fits and starts, but the more it goes on, the more you wish there was a little more meat to chew on than the various flabs of severed flesh across the screen. It's better than the Ready or Not sequel, and I'm sure some will have fun with this 90 minutes. I'm just not fully on board with it.
You are a fan of Mike and Nick and Alice, but it's going straight to streaming.
That's right, Angie. Mike and Nick and Alice is my recommendation this week. Only it's another 20th Century Studios release that Disney is sending straight to Hulu rather than in theaters. Now, fortunate for everyone with a subscription, but unfortunate in that this would have been a really fun film to see with an audience. The film stars Vince Vaughn as a mob enforcer who frames another, his friend played by James Marsden, as a rat. Turns out he has been sleeping with Vaughn's wife, played by Eiza González, but the title doesn't just reflect two couples, it actually reflects two Nicks, since the film also involves a time machine that allows a regretful Vaughn a chance at righting the wrong when he sees how it all plays out. It's a clever little construct of the usual action fare that, between its needle drops and references, is going to be catnip for anyone who grew up in the 1980s. Now, Vaughn is really good here, and much of the cast is funny too. Add in some really solid action, and this is one I think you will have a really fun time with, even at home.
Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.